Things are heating up. Things are heating up at this Club World Cup. Um, can Miami beat PSG? Shout out to the streets, shout out to the streets, shout out to the streets, shout out to those streets, shout out to those streets, man. Remember, guys, join up, become a member to support your boy. Patreon members, thank you for your support as well. Your support means everything. It helps the channel to say what's up. I remember, head to the website, halfhopefootballhut.com for all of that latest rankings, breaking this stuff, and those player of the day vids and everything. I thank you for your support. Let's talk some football, man. First of all, before we get to Miami. Oh, no, sorry, this one. Yeah. I'm excited for this, man. I mean, this is genuinely exciting. So, because do you know why I'm happy about this? It's not only I think it's going to be a very great game with an amazing atmosphere because the Brazilian fans have been freaking outstanding. So it's not only going to be an amazing atmosphere where I think it's going to be a great football match, but we are guaranteed to get a non-European team in the quarters. I feel that the beauty of the World Cup is you want a variation of different continents. If you all have all European teams, it's trash. I'm sorry, it's trash. So the more non-European teams we have later on in the competition, I think the better and much more interesting it will be. And let's be real, the best fans and the best vibes have come from the non-Europeans. So I think this is great in terms of we're going to get like a non-European team saying what's up in there. So Palmeiras, Botafogo, great. You may argue a couple of Libertadores winners, Botafogo should be the favorites, but what we've seen at this tournament is never assume. Never assume. And literally anything can happen and anything can really pop up when we're not talking about this Club World Cup. So what's interesting here is, now as I recorded this, Chelsea need to say what's up to ES Tunis. So if my calculations are right, Flamengo have won the group because I believe they do head-to-head. So Flamengo have already know who their opponents will be because they've already confirmed to win their group. Also, good GGD as well. They're playing Denzel Washington FC in the final game. It is what it is. They're going to top the group, obviously. So it means that the fight for second is ES Tunis against on Chelsea. So the winner of this game faces the winner of Benfica against either Chelsea or ES Tunis. No, and let's just hope it's Chelsea. So there is a possibility. There's a possibility that I vow to thee, my country, from Palmeiras could face his future club in a quarterfinal. That is a possibility. Just I'll have to say what's up, but that is a strong possibility, though. But I think if you're Palmeiras or you're Botafogo, you will be very confident if you basically the winner of this, I think, will feel very confident with the crowd behind them if they have to face either a Benfica, a Chelsea, or ES Tunis and everything. So they'd be confident there. But again, I just like that both of these teams face each other, which means that we're going to get like a South American side in the quarters. And who knows? There is a path for a South American side to now see what's up and make it to the semis. First of all, shout to Inter, bro. They shocked. Like, again, I said it to the beginning. I said that I believed that Inter Miami would make it through the group. Yes, they're elderly statesmen. Yes, this is Inter, washed up geriatric FC, and it's a bunch of old guys. But these old guys were once some of the best players in the world. And these old guys were once arguably some of the greatest players ever in their position. And what you find about football is, okay, you lose your pace, you lose your power, you lose all your physical attributes. But the beauty about football is that it's still a technical sport. And shout out to the racist cannibal. When you look at the racist cannibal, that goal that he scored was pure tesh. Pure tesh. The ability to beat his man, left foot top corner. So, yes, the racist cannibal is old and washed up, but he still has enough tesh in order to say what's and score that kind of a goal. And we all know what freaking Messi can do. We all know what freaking Busquets can do. So, and I think what this is about is the old guys still have it in them. The old guys still have that bit of tesh in them, and they're relying on that tesh in order for them to now say what's up. So, it gets real. They should lose. PSG should beat them. This should be a dub. But I've been hearing some stuff. I don't think this is an excuse. And I don't believe in excuses, especially if you are much McCullough's like you are these European teams with the kind of spending power that you have, especially with someone like PSG. But they've been talks about the heat, and where it's been so hot that teams have had to actually go into the freaking cooling area. Basically, so the subs are actually watching the game from indoors because it's been so hot to stay outside. And I think, oh, come on, it's PS, just get a freaking cooling towel. So it could be an advantage to Inter Miami, who I believe it's Miami, so they're more accustomed to the weather and the heat and the hot conditions than, let's say, PSG. And I'm hearing like 35, 36 Celsius, which is pretty insane. Now, that is hot, but still, it's no excuse. PSG should win this. But you can't count it Inter Miami. And you can't count out if Messi has a free kick. You can't count out if the racist cannibal decides that he actually wants to strike and actually play as a striker. You can't discount just that one play that these very talented greats can do to now say what's up. So, and also, well, a bit of reunion with Luis Enrique. Yeah. So obviously remember MSN. Well, so it's like 2/3 of the MSN reunion with, of course, Luis Enrique for the game. So that'll be like a nice moment. Just lose. Yeah, I remember you guys, 2015. So PSG should win this, but I think it's going to be that Sunday. I think it's going to be exciting because don't rule out Inter Miami. And I think what we've now found out in this Club World Cup, this competition, is never assume in football. That should just be a general rule. Never assume in football. Never assume in this Club World Cup. So the winner of this faces, oopsies, yeah. So the winner of this faces the winner of Flamengo versus Bayern. So obviously your boy Musiala in there though, so everything. So yeah, so the winner of this will play against Flamengo and Bayern. And bro, Bayern started off well. They started off hot. And I always say teams that start really well, they fade off. I think Flamengo get them, bro. I think Flamengo can get them. So if you're looking at just how things are operated, you would want to say there's a path to the semis for PSG. But if, let's say, Flamengo beats Bayern, Flamengo with the kind of support that they've had, and I saw the support when they play against Chelsea, Flamengo will be very confident against PSG, 100%. Because Flamengo could be like, if Botafogo can beat PSG, we can beat freaking PSG. Have a great, amazing game plan, and we can execute and now say what's up. So, but then again, if Inter Miami somehow beats PSG, Inter Miami will feel confident they can beat either Flamengo or freaking Bayern, But you know what, guys? At first, we were not sure. It was okay. Was this? Was that? This is scrap and everything. But as I'm now seeing the knockouts tree, we can now see the paths to the quarters and the semis, and we're going to see potential matchups, and we're now slowly peeling down to the final. I've got to say, I'm pretty excited now. It's getting pretty exciting. I think I truly believe that once we get to those quarters, I think people will be invested. So the guys say, oh, it's global cup, blah, blah. Once we now get into the quarters, and the same is better. Because you know what I think? This is how it should have always been. I know it's about too many games being played, where do you put it? But the whole thing of you play 2 games, a semi and a final, you could never take it seriously. But the fact that, no, this is proper. There's a group stage, knockouts, last 16, quarters, semi-finals. So the winner of this is going to be a true Club World Cup champion. Doesn't mean that those Chelsea Club World Cups don't count. They still freaking count. They still count. But I just feel winning this will feel a lot more enriching and will feel a lot more valuable than the other ones, which is why bro, if Chelsea win the first official Club World Cup, guys, I'm going to be so unbearable. I'm going to be so unbearable. Somehow, some way, if we can just somehow win the very first official Club World Cup, bro, I am going to be so annoyed. So annoyed. But there's a long way to freaking go. And as I'm recording, we better beat Esperance students. Let me be respectful. Say, man, it's exciting. I'm saying right now, guys, City looking strong. City looking very strong indeed. Real Madrid, a huge victory. And the reason why I like is that I don't show who wins. But all I want and all I would love is if there is a non-European team in the semis. And generally, if you're going to have a European against a non-European in the final, I think that would be absolutely perfect. So we wait and we seek.
Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.